The following content is a technical analysis on AMTD Digital Incorporation, a company of the financial services sector and credit services, here off the 300-minute interval. And it has truly been an absolutely phenomenal, awe-inspiring experience to witness the trading structure of this stock. To say the least, it has been fascinating with its mysterious price action, comparable to the analogy I crafted of a heart being jolted awake by a defibrillator in multiple instances here. And the rhythmic tempo and cadence built around its mystery here are really truly captivating. The technical momentum indicators showcase such spastic moves, reminding me of the VIX price action, but even more enigmatic than that. And it has just been an absolute monster of a move that we had witnessed on Friday. So again, I had been talking and hyping and harping around this zero fibs, call it 646 price support, that I would be doubling down, and just a nice support zone, a nice clean support zone that has that I don't know what's going on with my tool here. Amazing support level. And it has been back tested multiple times, including one of the more key structures of the technical momentum indicators in the stochastics 1033 technical momentum indicator, where each time it has been respected heavily amongst all traders around this key level. Every time it's been back tested and or breach, call it a multi-year significant support zone for some of the key technical momentum indicators. And again, I've been hyping and harping each time it's been coming around by. Which was based off a confluence right off that zero fibs retracement, and looks like we I just became a little shy of hitting it. Where in my previous video I had also mentioned I favored a pullback before that that revisit of the back test of that support level, call it a 0.3797 support there on the stochastics momentum indicator, and we got it. We ended up pulling right back up, and it looks like we ended up spelling a huge significant upturn there. Whereas the entire trade thus far was good for, called 21% in gains right there on Friday, and the move was just unbelievably just a short squeeze looking type of move there. And I've added this new key 772 price resistance now, and it has been heavily respected, coinciding with the 300-200 moving average here, hovering right above it there. So call that new key level there. You want to watch that 772 now gap resistance, multiple reactionary lows, reactionary highs right amongst it. And it is extremely validated now with a huge, you could tell, psychological level when we broke down below it, started trading down below. We ended up getting rejected once again, briefly broke above it, came in, and multiple reactionary highs right across the board here where it was rejected pretty impulsively there. And again, a back test off that gap, I call it a gap resistance now, and we were rejected right amongst it on Friday there. And here we are. The good news is we are sitting above the 50-300 moving average. It has been breached now. I wish we would have had that solid 300 interval close. That would have been really nice, confirmed breakout. But again, just something to watch out for. The fact that we closed right above it, especially what I really wanted to show you was the Hang Seng Index, one of the largest components to the Chinese markets, despite the volatility and a 13.6% crash in the markets across the pond there. I was expecting AMT Digital to maybe break down below that zero fibs, and it never did. Just further consolidated, and now we had that big move to the upside. Of course, the Hang Seng is starting to recover now, and testing that key 19-213 price support there, price resistance. So just a really good sign if we can get some of the recovery in the Chinese markets there. And again, I wish we would have just got that solid candle close above. It would have looked a lot more healthier and sharper. But here are some of the more significant developments within the key stock, aside from the 772 newly priced resistance, are some of the daily interval. Look, we closed briefly above the 50-day moving average. Well, that is a bullish sign. If we can hold that key structure above the 50-day moving average, it would be especially if Monday we have a solid, even a smaller candle close above the 50-day moving average. It'll be exceedingly bullish on a buy signal break above that 50-day moving average. So that'll again just be a very bullish sentiment move, where we already have oscillator histogram, green candle prints, closes right above its zero line thresholds there. So again, just positive and bullish divergences that had continued to construct and establish amongst all four momentum indicators, and we've got bullish divergences that are still intact We need to break that sign. But what'll do that is a nice clean breakout above that 709 price resistance. I believe that'll start things to get started and really get things started on a bigger rally to showcase a lot more technical and technical traders to start diving in there. And of more significance is if you zoom into the hourly interval now, you'll zoom into the hourly interval, take away all the lines, and one of the more nice developments for any more bullish sentiment was this abandoned baby bullish continuation pattern here. Definitely not the most well-defined, but one to be respected, where you have your first red candle close followed by that indecisive candle close here, and then you had that a nice clean, a solid green candle close right above that next hour, and it was lights off. But we had that 20% massive rally. Just probably a lot of day traders selling right at that big key inflection point there. Whereas I have officially identified that price gap resistance there, and into the after hours we had a nice, pretty nice continuation there. So hopefully it keeps up on Monday. We have officially taken out some of these hourly moving averages here, where you have the 50 exponential moving average starting to have a golden cross setup amongst the 200 hourly moving average. Which again could be potentially bullish, even if you have a little bit of a back test there, and it could be lights out. And just as I had mentioned in that previous video, was the huge consolidation phase amongst the 10-minute interval here, and looks like we ended up getting it. We ended up breaking right above it, just a massive key inflection point, like I had continued to hype and harp about. And we got it. We got that huge move to the upside, and we want to stay above this price range. We want to stay above that 664, coinciding with the 200 hourly moving average. For even a back test, bold traders, dip buyers, they want to defend that key inflection point, continue this uptrend to the upside for those next targets to completely be hit and punctured right through. I'll keep you updated if I see any more significant developments here in the charts.